pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Please bless all the citizens in our great city. Also, watch out for all the drivers as we start the first day of school tomorrow. Be with all the teachers and give them all the patience in the world with our children as we move forward this teaching year. Be with this board as we make the decisions for the city. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
First day of school tomorrow. Yay! Can't wait for that.
Say that when Joey walks in.
All right, let's do a roll call.
Okay, Aaron Rowe.
Here.
John Manis.
Here.
James Davis.
Here.
Marcia Parker.
Here.
Ken Colley. Bill Young.
Here.
Ron Sharon.
Here. All right, we've got a quorum. If everybody's been able to look at the minutes from the July 22nd meeting, we'd like a motion to approve those minutes as written.
I move we approve them as written.
All right, got a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second him.
Got a second. All those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed by the same. All right, ayes have it. All right. Yeah, we can talk about something for a second. We're going to take a little bitty break while she gets her recorder. So. So we have public input from anybody from the public like to talk about anything, agenda items and all that. I'd like to say thank you to all the teachers, all the law enforcement and everybody, and fire, because I know you guys got hectic tomorrow because everybody be driving through the school zones and all that, so just make sure everybody's safe and we can get it all done. I think they're doing something new this year to where you're not allowed to get out of the car for the kindergartners and all that, so that's something a little bit different.
Yeah.
That's gonna be hard on my wife, I'll tell you that much. She's like, "Oh, but I want to walk her to class." It's like, well, better leave really early.
Sometime from 5:30 to 6 in the morning will be sufficient.
Yeah. All right, we're good and we're running. All right, we've done the public input. Unfinished business. Consideration of amended purchase and payment of Frank Street from Union Pacific Railroad. Mr. Steve?
Well, y'all will like this, you'll see the black and white photo that you have in there in the shade. And we found out we're gonna have some more land that is than originally suspected, and there's a change in the price. And basically, there's over a good acre out here to do this work, and this is one of the streets that will be submitted to the highway department. It's in the due list to be paved in the state aid in 2026. There's a couple of things you'll notice on there. If you look in this photo, you'll see it looks like white underneath of the gray. That's the existing asphalt paving. If you look at that existing asphalt paving, it's not lined up with the street right away. I wasn't here, neither were any of us here when this took place. And it's kind of like a prescribed right away. It exists and it'll go forward.
Well, I mean, what are you talking about there? 'Cause I mean, I'm pretty familiar with that up there. I mean,
Well, you were, what?
well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, what, are you saying it's not straight down through there or what?
Oh, yeah, not only is it not straight, it's not in the right of way.
Right.
Yeah, okay, what I wanted to do was get the city ownership, because you can't spend taxpayer money of any stripe if you don't have it, if you don't own the bulk of the road. So this, until we get up even with the Catholic Church Center, we're okay. We'll have to go forward. Now, there's a thing that goes along with this. You all don't know, but on the existing pavement on the right, on the south side nearest the church up there, is an 8-inch water line. And this water line runs down, and where the street has fallen in and needs the repair, you'll see where it notes this there. And that's right where we're gonna have to work, right where it takes off out through nowhere. The best thing to do is to tie to the concrete at the west end where where you come right off of the existing truck route, and tie the edge of our paved road to that concrete on the railroad side, and come down the paving right down the edge of that right of way. That way, that'll get us off, because there's a water line buried. Matt, how deep is it? Maybe 3 feet at the most over on the south side of the road?
It has about 36 inches of cover.
So you gotta really be careful. The other thing is, part of that road failure is due to the fact that that ditch does not drain. There is a hump in there, up there by that dark circle you see, that's a cedar tree. And there's a hump right there, which we suspect probably has rock way high, and we'll have to clean that ditch and.
Is that what that culvert's for up there?
Huh?
Is that what that culvert's for up there? Culvert?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're trying to get it all where we can get that place to drain, and then save the road and actually use the road, and it'll be our road to maintain. So that's what the position is, and I want y'all to see, this is, Megan's got it in color, but this is your black and white to show you what's going on. And then the other part that this ties to, if you look down in your right hand of this, right above where it says Anderson Surveying, you'll see the layout of the proposed, and this is a road that goes down to the cemetery, and it's extended on beyond this paper that you see. But we extended 11th Street. We've got a road crossing on the railroad up there at 11th Street, and that'd be the alignment of the road to go all the way down to the new relocated truck route. That way you'll have 255 on one end, we'll have the city street on the other, and there'll actually be a crossing where you can get through to some of the areas down there. So that's it, and I need y'all's approval to pay the amount. We'd already budgeted 10,000 plus few dollars, thinking we were gonna have only the roadway, but now we'll have the land that goes with it. And it's for 17,000. That's
17,061.58. Any questions for Steve? If not, we'd like a motion to approve.
I'll take a motion to accept.
Got a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
A second, roll call vote.
Aaron Rowe.
Yes.
John Nanus.
Yes.
James Davis.
Yes.
Marcia Parker.
Yes.
Bill Young.
Yes.
Ron Sharon.
Yes.
All right. We've got Frank Street. All right, new business, consideration of ordinance 521 to rezone 305 First Street to C1 by extension. Let me get to that page here real quick.
Is that the main storage is moving down? Are they,
yeah. This is the old Wingfield
yeah,
place.
they bought, I've seen that.
And it's zoned by extension, and Kenneth Bruton has bought it and wants to put in a plumbing shop.
I went to plumbing school with him.
You went to, okay, so this is what it's all about, and.
Is that gonna go all the way to Second Street too, though?
Goes all the way through.
Okay.
All righty. Can I get a vote to place it on its first reading? A motion to place it on its first reading, I'm sorry.
I'll make that motion.
Got a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
All right, got a second, roll call vote.
Aaron Rowe.
Yes.
John Nanus.
Yes.
James Davis.
Yes.
Marcia Parker.
Yes.
Bill Young.
Yes.
Ron Sharon.
Yes.
All righty, I believe we can do the title on this one, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna read the ordinance title and then we'll do the others. Ordinance number 521, an ordinance rezoning identified property within the city of Barling, Arkansas, amending the zoning map and declaring an emergency. Can I get a motion to suspend the rules for having to read the ordinance in 3 separate occasions?
I move that we suspend the rules, having to read it 3 separate occasions.
All right, got a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Got a second, roll call vote, please.
Aaron Rowe.
Yes.
John Manus.
Yes.
James Davis.
Yes.
Marcia Parker.
Yes.
Bill Young.
Yes.
Ron Cheryl.
Yes.
Any questions on the ordinance or anything about that? If not, we'd like a motion to approve that ordinance.
I move that we approve ordinance number 521.
Got a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Got a second? Roll call vote.
Aaron Rowe.
Yes.
James Manus. John Manus.
Sure.
James Davis.
Yes.
Good Lord. Marcia Parker.
Yes.
Bill Young.
Yes.
Ron Cheryl.
Yes.
Why do I get them two? I need to switch them.
Yeah. All right, the ordinance is approved, and can we get a motion to adopt the emergency clause?
I'll make a motion to that effect.
Got a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Second, and roll call vote?
Aaron Rowe.
Yes.
John Manus.
Yes.
James Davis.
Yes.
Marcia Parker.
Yes.
Bill Young.
Yes.
Ron Cheryl.
Yes.
All righty, First Street is now going to be C1 by extension. All right, consideration of ordinance 522 to rezone 920 Frontier Road to Industrial 1. Mr. Steve, you want to tell us a little bit about that one while I get caught up on this page?
Yes, we made a classification error in it. They have changed some of the Arkansas laws, and this was originally zoned as C2 by the city because you can't zone anything that comes off of Chaffee property until after it's sold, okay? So they have requested that the zoning be reclassified to match the master development guidelines for Chaffee Crossing. Okay. The requested new zoning would be Industrial 1. The final approval is required by the board of directors to make this zoning change. Ordinance 522 will allow for the change, and I recommend approval of it, and we'll all
All
get
righty,
it together.
all righty, can I get a motion to place it on its first reading?
I'll make that motion.
Got a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
All right, roll call vote.
Aaron Rowe.
Yes.
John Manus.
Yes.
James Davis.
Yes.
Marcia Parker.
Yes.
Bill Young.
Yes.
Ron Cheryl.
Yes.
All right. Now, we can just do the title, is that right, Matt? Okay. Ordinance number 522, an ordinance rezoning identified property within the city of Barling, Arkansas, amending the zoning map and declaring an emergency. Can I get a motion to suspend the rules requiring that it be read in 3 separate occasions?
I move that we suspend the rules of having to read it 3 times.
All right, we got a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Second, roll call vote.
Aaron Rowe.
Yes.
John Manus.
Yes.
James Davis.
Yes.
Marcia Parker.
Yes.
Ken Coley. Bill Young.
Yes.
Ron Cheryl.
Yes.
All right, any questions about the ordinance or anything? If not, we'd like a motion to vote to approve that ordinance.
I'll make that motion.
Got a motion to approve, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Got a second. Roll call vote.
Aaron Rowe.
Yes.
John Manus.
Yes.
James Davis.
Yes.
Marcia Parker.
Yes.
Bill Young.
Yes.
Ron Cheryl.
Yes.
And could we have a motion to adopt the emergency clause on this ordinance?
I move that we adopt the emergency clause for ordinance 522.
All right, we have a motion, a second? Second by Mr. Aaron. All right, roll call vote.
Aaron Rowe.
Yes.
John Manus.
Yes.
James Davis.
Yes.
Marcia Parker.
Yes.
Bill Young.
Yes.
Ron Cheryl.
Yes.
All right, we're moving right along. Consideration of ordinance number 523 to repeal and replace ordinances 258, 269, and 282 requiring building permits in the city of Barling. Steve, you want to tell them a little bit that?
Yes, sir. What we've got here is a revised and researched scale description of all the activities in construction that we could possibly think of. And we have gone through, and Megan and Kim and Joe have gone through numerous towns' building permit procedures and costs, and we've gone everywhere around here. We have not had a price change or cost change. Original ordinance 258 in 1999. We've had a little inflation since then, and a lot of price adjustments. What they have done is the folks that do this day in and day out have gone through and examined the basic construction cost, the cost of peculiar items that are done, one-eaches and sometimes. They've separated it by commercial construction, residential basic construction, new construction and additions. They've separated it by electrical procedures because we get an inordinate amount of electrical revisions and panel changes, upgrades. We have plumbing called out in there, and because you can never imagine how much plumbing has been redone in this town. But it goes back many years that they worked on. We have called out and separated the mechanical, the HVAC and refrigeration, where you can look at it and tell what you're doing. We've described who should be doing it, whether it's plumbing and a master plumber there, because this is in line with the plumbing code. We've done the same with the electrical. You don't turn an amateur loose and hope that your house stays intact. We've done the commercial, industrial, multifamily basic permits because we have a lot of multifamily going on. We've done a call out for the new construction and additions. We've also done something that we have not done, and we have 8 the costs ourselves of plan review fees and other inspection fees that we have taken in-house. We've just bought the farm. Other people have been getting paid for doing these jobs, and they're charging folks for doing them. Because it takes time from, with a minimum crew that we have here, there's like 7 of us that are looking, and we need all the hands we can get. There is something that people don't think about, but the fire department plans inspections and reviews, and you all probably don't know how much Tommy looks at drawings that come through from every project, from whether it's commercial, residential, industrial. All of these are looked at and evaluated for both sprinkler systems and alarm systems. And that time, it costs. There's time there. The sidewalks have been, before the sidewalks have been in a development project, there are some that are going to be that people add that are after the fact, long after the fact, and there are some basic costs of construction. We have looked at swimming pool fees. There are solar projects, things that were never covered and weren't even imagined in 1999. If you look at section 5 of this, you'll see first thing it says the estimated cost, and it's talking about estimations. We're not talking about figments of your imagination. We're looking at what insurance costs are and what neighboring towns are paying. We've got some folks that just decide they're gonna do things and they never find a time to get a permit. It's real easy to get a permit. We have probably the best turnaround time of any city around here. And we don't stall things around. When you want to do it, we're gonna try to get it done for you. What we will do in doing this, we have defined, and Joe and Kim and Megan have worked on defining what our costs are, where we spent money doing business, what our needs are, because it's sometime in the future, this town's gonna be doubled in size and maybe more, and it's gonna be going up in height as well as single family and single story. So you can see it already with the apartment complexes that are built, and you can see it in the multifamily housing that's built. The biggest thing is this layout changes and formalizes what we've been doing, but it puts it in the cost of where we can recover and actually go to do what we need to do the right way the first time. For you guys that have had experience in construction and you know about what the codes say, what they asked for, about people, you need a master electrician supervising it. Doesn't mean he's wiring it, it means he needs to check the guys that are doing it.
Who's gonna be doing this?
Huh?
I mean, have we got, somebody's gonna be doing this?
We got Terry Wells do the electrical, Roger Ball is doing the plumbing, so we got,
Same guy that's been doing it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. And so this is where we're headed, and,
We're just throwing on some extra prices, but we're keeping the same inspector,
we're
right?
keeping the prices competitive and,
Okay.
and we're outlining, so if somebody comes in and they tell us what they're gonna do, we know what the cost is gonna be.
All righty. Can I get a motion to place it on its first reading?
I'll make that motion.
Got a motion, do I have a second? Got a second, all those in favor by saying aye? All opposed by the same? All right, it's unanimous. Matt, would you do the honors of reading this? I would. Would you pass him the microphone? I'm sorry, we don't have it down there, Ryan. Here's your, do your Harry Carey voice while you're doing it there.
Ordinance number 523, an ordinance repealing and replacing ordinance 258, 269, and 282, and for the purpose of requiring building permits for improvements, construction, and renovation of real property within the city of Barling, Arkansas, for establishing penalties for noncompliance therewith, and for other related purposes, and declaring an emergency. Be it ordained by the Board of Directors of the city of Barling that, Section 1, it shall be unlawful to construct, improve, or renovate any real property within the city of Barling without first having obtained a building permit. Section 2, the city administrator shall appoint a building inspector who shall be subject to removal for any reason. The building inspector may be employed in any other additional capacity in recognition of the fact that the building inspector is not a full-time position. It shall be the duty of the building inspector, persons working with the building inspector, and/or the Barling Fire Chief to inspect all work. The building inspector, person working with building inspector, or the Barling Fire Chief have the right to compel the removal of any obstructions which may hinder a full and complete inspection of the work. He shall have the power to issue citations and for any building violation, and compel the suspension of any work being done in a manner prohibited. Section 3, the following categories of applications for building permits shall contain the following information: residential, new construction and/or additions, site plan drawn to scale 1 inch equals 20 feet max, floor plan, property lines, easement lines, building setback lines, footing and foundation plan and details, outline of proposed building, existing improvements adjacent to lot including street and drainage, proposed improvements including building floor plan, drive, lot drainage with elevations and utility service line, fence, driveway, slab, carports, patio deck, retaining wall, site plan drawn to scale, commercial site plan drawn by engineer or architect, 1 inch equals 30 feet max, floor plan, property lines, easement lines, setback, building setback lines, footing and foundation plan and details, outline of purposed building, contours of existing site, 2 foot max, existing improvements adjacent to site including street drainage and utilities, proposed improvements including grading with elevation, street drive parking, walks, drainage, and utilities. Section 4, the following shall constitute the building permit and inspection fee schedule. On residential and basic construction, the following services are considered residential construction: remodel, repair, or alteration to a single dwelling home is considered residential construction. The cost of construction and the fees are as follows: $50 to $1,000, $40 fee; $1,001 to $2,000, a $50 fee; $2,001 to $3,000, a $60 fee; $3,001 to $4,000, a $70 fee; $4,001 to $5,000, an $80 fee; and $5,001 and up will be billed at the rate of $100 for the first 5,000 plus $5 for each additional 1,000. The following fees are in addition to cost of construction fees: demolition, $50; house moving, $100; patio, deck, or pergola, $25; swimming pool, $100; roof, $50; siding, $50; fence, $50; carport, $50; storm shelter, $50; retaining wall, $50; solar project, $150; inspection, $75. Residential new construction and/or additions, any additions to existing structures causing an increase of area under roof is considered new construction. The cost of construction and fees are as follows: $50 to $10,000 is a $125 fee, $10,001 up to $20,000 is a $175 fee, $20,001 up to $30,000 is a $225 fee, $30,001 up to $40,000 is a $275 fee, $40,001 up to $50,000 is a $325 fee. For amounts $50,001 and up, the fee will be $325 for the first $50,000 plus $5 for each additional $1,000. The following fees are in addition to the cost of construction fees: a swimming pool, $100; temporary certificate of occupancy with no inspection, $25; temporary certificate of occupancy with inspection, $100; certificate of occupancy, $50; plan review fee, $100; building code appeals, $50; residential sidewalk assessment, $100; and inspections, $75. On electrical items, work must be done under the direct supervision of a master electrician. The items and fees are as follows: the basic fee is $60, the new service fee is $20, the swimming pool fee is $20, the service charge is $10, the meter is $20, the panel is $12, the fixtures are $5, air conditioner $15, electric range $10, circuits 30 amps or less $5 per circuit, circuits over 30 amps are $10 per circuit. Signs are $15, temporary pole inspection is $20, electric dryer $10, disposal $10, electric water heater $20, rough-in inspection $20, final inspection $20, inspector charge $75. Any extra trip inspection will also be $75. On plumbing, the work must be done under the direction of a master plumber. The term plumbing fixture outlet means water closet, sink, urinal, sand trap, floor drain, soda fountain, lavatory or basin, laundry or wash tray, bathtub, shower, drinking fountain, washing machine, hose cabinet or hose rack, fire pump, sewer ejector, cooling tower, dishwasher, garbage disposal, hub drain, and any other plumbing element commonly known as a plumbing fixture. Each such plumbing fixture outlet shall include the necessary faucets and accessories customarily included with the plumbing fixture. Each plumbing fixture or appliance, $8. Items and fees are as follows: a base fee, mandatory on all, is $60. Lawn sprinkler is $10. Service sinks, $10. Standalone ice makers, $10. Water, new or replaced, $10. Sewer, new or replaced, $10. Gas, new or replaced, $10. Gas furnace, $20. Gas fireplace, $20. Gas water heater, $20. Gas dryer, $15. Minimum inspection, $40. A rough-in inspection, $80. Top-out inspection, $80. backflow inspection, $80. Final inspection, $80. Each extra trip inspection is $80 and the inspector charge is $75. On mechanical items, including heating, ventilating, air conditioning, and refrigeration, the items and fees are as follows. Base fee, $60. Heating unit, $50. Air conditioning unit, $40. Duct rough-in openings, $5. Heating unit change-out, $100. Condensing unit change-out, $100. Bathroom exhaust, $5. Attic insulation, $10. Crawl space installation, $10. Each extra trip inspection is $75, and the inspector charge is $75. For commercial, industrial, multifamily basic permits on remodels, repairs, or alterations, the costs and fees are as follows. From $50 to $2,000, a fee of $70. For $2,001 up to $5,000, a fee of $100. For $5,001 up to $10,000, a fee of $125. For $10,001 up to $20,000, a fee of $175. For $20,001 up to $30,000, a fee of $225. For $30,001 up to $50,000, a fee of $325. For $50,001 up to $70,000, a fee of $425. For $70,001 up to $100,000, a fee of $575. For anything $100,001 and up, it'll be $575 for the first $100,000, plus $3 for each additional $1,000. The following fees are in addition to the cost of construction fees: a plan review fee of $250, a demolition fee of $100, a swimming pool fee of $125, roofing $150, siding $100, solar projects $250, sign $50, fencing $100, carports $100, retaining walls $100, and any extra trip inspections at $75 each. Sidewalk assessment based on the cost of construction. A list of the cost of construction and fees are as follows: from $50 up to $50,000, a fee of $100. From $50,001 up to $100,000, a fee of $500. From $100,001 up to $1 million, a fee of $1,000. And anything over $1,001 and up will be a fee of $3,000. For commercial, industrial, multifamily, new construction and additions, any additions to existing structures causing an increase of area under roof is considered new construction. The cost of construction and the fees are as follows: from $50 to $5,000, a fee of $100. From $5,001 up to $10,000 is a fee of $125. For $10,001 up to $20,000 is $175. For $20,001 up to $30,000 is a fee of $225. From $30,001 up to $50,000 is a fee of $325. From $50,001 up to $70,000 is a fee of $425. From $70,001 up to $100,000 is a fee of $575. For any and all at $101,000 and up, there will be a fee of $575 for the first $100,000 plus $3 for each additional $1,000. The following fees are in addition to the cost of construction fees: a plan review fee of $250, a demolition fee of $100, a swimming pool fee of $125, solar projects fees of $250, a sign $50, and any and all extra trip inspections at $75 per. Sidewalk assessments based on cost of construction. The cost of construction and fees are as follows: $50 up to $50,000 is a fee of $100. $50,001 up to $100,000 is a fee of $500. $100,001 up to $1 million is a fee of $1,000, and anything $1,001 and up is a fee of $3,000. For fire department plan review and inspections on automatic sprinklers, the fees are as follows based on square footage. Up to 10,000 square feet, a fee of $100. From 10,001 square feet up to 50,000 square feet, a fee of $200. And from 50,001 square feet and up, a fee of $300. On fire alarms, the square footage and fees are as follows: up to 10,000 square feet, a $50 fee. From 10,001 square feet up to 50,000 square feet, $100. 50,001 square feet and up are $200. Type 1 kitchen hood suppression systems are $25 per hood system. Section 5, the estimated cost as used herein refers to the reasonable value of all services, labor, and material necessary for the initiation and completion of the construction, improvement, or renovation. Section 6, the building permit issued by the city shall be displayed in a prominent place on the job site wherein the construction, improvement, or renovation is taking place. Section 7, any person, firm, or company found to have violated this ordinance shall be fined in an amount not to exceed the sum of $1,000. Each day in which construction, improvement, or renovation is conducted without compliance with this ordinance shall constitute a separate violation. Section 8, where work for which a permit is required is started or proceeded prior to obtaining said permit, the fee herein specified shall be tripled. No additional permits shall be granted until all fees have been paid. Section 9, basic construction permits will be issued or denied within 2 to 3 business days. Residential new construction permits will typically be issued or denied within 5 to 7 business days. Commercial, industrial, multifamily permits will typically be issued or denied within 10 to 15 business days. Inspections must be requested at least 24 hours prior to needing inspection. Section 10, the provisions of this ordinance are hereby declared to be severable, and a decision by any court of competent jurisdiction that a provision of this ordinance or any application thereof is illegal, invalid, or unconstitutional shall not affect the legality, validity, or constitutionality of the remaining provisions or applications of this ordinance. Section 11, all improvements that result in or are intended to result in modification for cosmetic purposes only, including but not limited to painting, tiling, carpeting, or replacing cabinets, are excluded from the requirements of this ordinance. Section 12, all parts of ordinances in conflict with this ordinance are hereby repealed. And Section 13, this ordinance being necessary for the immediate preservation of the public health, safety, and welfare, shall be immediately effective as of the date of its adoption. Passed and approved this 12th day of August, 2025, with signature lines for Greg Murray, Mayor, and attested to by Florine Brown, the City Clerk.
All righty, thank you, Matt. Any discussions? Anybody have anything they'd like to say?
I'm assuming these are contractor fees?
Yes.
Okay.
If not, we'd like a motion to vote to suspend the rules requiring that it be read in 3 separate occasions.
I think we should read it 3 times.
I'm gonna need a beverage. Preferably an adult one.
Yeah. We have a motion.
I move that we approve the ordinance as written.
All right, we got a vote to suspend the rules for 3 times. Do I have a second?
That too.
I'll second it.
Second that. All right, all those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed by the same. All right, unanimous.
Hang on.
All
I got one
right.
question. We still
Got
going
out
by
of that
national?
one.
Hang on.
Yeah.
You got a
Still going
question?
by national code?
National
That's-
code?
We go by national code on plumbing, electric, and heating?
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. No inventions.
Yeah, no inventions, yeah.
Gotcha.
All righty. If there's no more discussion or anything, we'd like a motion to approve the ordinance. Do I have a motion to approve number 523?
I'll make that motion.
Got a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
Got a second by Aaron. Let's do a roll call vote.
Aaron Rowe.
Yes.
John Manus.
Yes.
James Davis.
Yeah.
Marcia Parker.
Yes.
Bill Young.
Yes.
Ron Cheryl.
Yes.
All right. And can we get a motion to adopt the emergency clause?
I'll make the motion.
Got a motion. Do I have a second? Got a second. All those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed by the same. All right, it is unanimous. Ordinance 523 passed and approved. All right. Moving right along, consideration of the 2025 second quarter budget and adjustments and resolution 25-09 providing for the approval of the second quarter budget adjustments. Megan, you want to tell us about the adjustments?
You will see the second quarter budget adjustments. I have already spoke to you about most of the increases in expenditures. There were a lot of things passed this year in legislation that we had to update. On our revenues, I updated a few things like business licenses. We've received more of those, so I increased the revenues for that. Interest has increased again. Arvest is doing very well with that. On all the departments, basically, there's going to be two things, which I've told you about, but there's cybersecurity, and there was like an email migration we had to do the cybersecurity, but that was that Arkansas Cybersecurity Act that went into effect this month, actually August. So I understand it, but I don't want to pay for it, but we had to get cybersecurity on our computers. So every department has an increase for that because we did not plan or know that was coming. We should be, good now. It's a very big, like, coverage area. It covers almost everything. It's going to be hard to get into, but if they do, the Municipal League offers a free insurance to us as long as you comply and have the cybersecurity, that they also offer us an insurance for, I think it's $500,000. So we have elected to get into that as well. In administration, I had to put in the expense line item for the 2024 election. I was just kind of hoping they were never going to bill us. They finally did 2 weeks ago, so we had to pay. That carried over from last year. It was budgeted last year, but never spent. And we have the new computers, several departments. Our Windows 10 will reach the end of support next month, I believe, of this year, which means they'll no longer get updates. The lifespan of computers is typically 5 years according to Arkansas audit, but we keep them much longer than that. The bad thing about that is that when they end support on us, we had some that we did have to update because they will no longer be valid. So that's almost the only increases I'm asking for in every department is cybersecurity and new computers. I did ask for a small increase for Joe for his animal control stuff that it's $800, but he got that fun thing and a safe. I don't know what it is, but
Yep, everything I need.
and I don't have, well, the prosecuting expense went up a little bit in court, so we are having to ask for extra funds there. Every other department is just cybersecurity and new computers. Oh, park. We put the new picnic tables, and we had to replace trash cans at the park. So they were rusted out the bottom, and so now we have added additional. The guys are coming out twice on the weekends and changing the trash, and they're still full, and so, it goes on the ground when you don't have trash cans. So we had to buy more of those. Those finally came in, and so that is the additional park expense. That is all I have for general fund. And public works. I've raised a little bit of the revenues for Public Works, not much, almost $8,000 for revenues extra. And expenditures is the same thing, cybersecurity, new computers, and then everything else is just moving things from one line item to the other. We're not asking for anything additional there. And the last page is your receipts over expenditures, just with these adjustments, so you can see where we'll be at financially. That's all I have. Do you all have any questions?
No questions? All right. Resolution number 25-09, a resolution amending the fiscal year 2025 budget and making adjustments thereto, whereas the city of Barling has herefore set a budget for the fiscal year 2025, and whereas the Board of Directors of the City of Barling, Arkansas finds and determines the need to make adjustments of funds within said budget. And whereas it is in the best interest of the citizens of the City of Barling that these adjustments be made, now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Directors of the City of Barling, Arkansas as follows. Section 1, budget adjustments. The attached adjustments for the fiscal year 2025 of the City of Barling budget be made, and the same are hereby approved pursuant to the attached. Section 2, effective date. This resolution shall become effective immediately upon its passage, passed and adopted by the City of Barling Board of Directors this 12th day of August 2025. Greg Murray, Mayor. Florine Brown, City Clerk. We have a motion to approve Resolution 25-09.
I'll make a,
Move that we approve, resolution number 25-09.
Got a motion?
I'll second it.
Got a second? Roll call vote.
Aaron Rowe,
Yes.
John Manus.
Yes.
James Davis.
Yeah.
Marcia Parker.
Yes.
Bill Young.
Yes.
Ron Cheryl.
Yes.
All righty. Brings us to Mr. Steve, City Administrator Report. It's all yours. Take the floor.
In your packet, you have the Barling Water CIP survey that was done. And this is part of the deal where we're sharing with the trust, the water and the future planning for the additions that are going on. The letter is pretty much self-explanatory. You can look at that. The next thing that comes is the water survey, which we had two surveys. One is for water and the other is for sewer, and they just wanted it the next week, which kind of plays havoc. Well, there's the water, and this is for your edification, and you'll look and see about how many people, and they're looking at how many you serve in the following categories, which is in question 7. And then they come down to about question 11, and they want to know about how much pipe you've got and what kind it is and when it was put in and what all went on. And obviously the folks don't really have a lot of background, but they ask you about emergency gas powered generators that is needed at the Mayo Drive station. And they picked up that, and that survey we had done, that you'll see the two folks that are working with Chaffee, they located the same things that we showed up, and they went down. So all this report goes in, and this is a Corps of Engineers and an education in the state of Arkansas all together sending this questionnaire out. And before we could get the dust settled on this one, they sent another one, and it was for the sewer system. And they're wanting to know virtually the same items, what your quantitative needs are, what your risk is, what the median income of the county is. And they have a nationwide assessment going on in this survey, and it's going to be done about for not only water supply, but sewage treatment and stormwater treatment and a few other things. So that's what's going on, and that is that consumes the better part of your day researching the records and stuff was put in back here, because the water system started in the public funding in 1968, and the sewer system came along in 1973. And so you're sitting here trying to go back and reconstruct stuff. Its records are not outstanding. I will tell you that there's a letter that came for the mayor, and the copy from me, and it has to do with the Air National Guard, and it has to do with an environmental study, a draft coming up, a public comment period, and it is for additional F-35s at the Air Guard base out there. It's for 12 F-35Bs, And a B model is the one that the tail swivels on it, and it'll have, top comes up and the vent fans, and it picks up, and it's a vertical takeoff or a short field takeoff. So those will be in the next deal, so they'll have 24 plus 12, it'll be 36 max, and then they have 12 F-16s from Singapore that are coming, and at some time in the future, Singapore will probably switch over to F-35s as well. And training detachment, there are more buildings. If you saw this letter, the proposal includes infrastructure construction, demolition, renovation, additional personnel to support the training mission, and changes in aircraft operations and the corresponding aircraft units. And for y'all that live in the flight paths or around, you
Ones that
heard
we
the
get to,
takeoffs.
the people that get to enjoy all them people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for those of you that like to watch them fly, well, it's fun. The night flying period was back earlier, and they're supposedly out of night flying, and it's much like it was when we flew in the Air Guard night flying, except the difference you'll see now, you'll see them paired, and one will be the lead pilot and the trainer, and the other is the student, and they'll fly in pairs like that, or fours. But this is not a two-seat airplane. You work on the simulator and you're trained before you ever get to it, and then you're in there.
All righty.
Now,
Any questions for Steve, or you got anything else?
I got one.
You got one?
We'll go from Matt. That's that. Matt, this will be after we got to talk about a deed.
All righty. All right, any announcements beside first day of school tomorrow? Everybody drive safe, take care of your youngins, watch out for other drivers. Drivers, watch out for the kids. Mr. Ron, would you do the honors?
Make a motion to adjourn?
Got a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second? Got a second, folks. We are adjourned. Have a great day.